Hi everyone, welcome to Smart Money Live Trivia. I am so excited to be here again. And how are you guys doing? Welcome to the show. This is where we recompense you for being smart. Do not forget, I told you guys the last time that these are the rules of the game. All you have to do is to answer the whole of 12 questions correctly, and you must be fast about it. The last time, some were actually waiting for us to, drop their hands, reveal the answer before they start typing in the correct answer. So please, we do not want that to happen today. All you have to do is to be fast about it, think smartly about it, and then drop your answers almost immediately. To all our new participants, welcome to the show. My name is D-Girl, and this is Blackgram TV. Without wasting too much time, let's move straight to the first question of the day. Who is the first indigenous governor of Central Bank of Nigeria? Now let's have the options. A. Malam Saka Ali. B. Malam Nuruddin Ibrahim. C. Malam Shuaibu Said. D. Malam Aliyu Borno. Now let's have the answer right about now. D. Malam Aliyu Borno. Do not forget, I didn't mention this, pardon me. Do not forget that you can also invite your friends to come and be a part of this game. And a whooping sum of 20,000 naira is up for grabs. So you might just be the lucky winner and you'll be smiling home to the bank. That's a lot, Moving on to the next question, please. How many sweat glands does an average person have? And the options are A. 260,000. B. 26. C. 2.6 million. D. 26,000. Let's have the answer right about now. C. 2.6 million. One thing is certain on the show, you would at least learn one or two, if not many. You'll learn one or two, on the program. All right, moving on to the next question. Bonny Lights, Forcados, Qua Ibo, and Brass River are types of what major Nigerian export commodity? And the options are A. Petroleum products. B. Refinery. C. Agricultural products. D. Rubber. And the answer to this question is A. Petroleum products. Let's move straight to the next question. Who are the longest serving Premier League managers in history? And the options are A. Pep Guardiola. B. Jose Mourinho. C. Sir Alex Ferguson. D. Arsene Wenger. Football lovers, of course, should know this one. And the answer to this question is D. Arsene Wenger. Moving on to the next question, everyone. Who is the first female governor in Nigeria? The options to this question. A. Augustine Glory Anna. B. Dame Etiaba Glory. C. Dame Virgie Etiaba. D. Glory Andrew. And the answer to this question is D. Dame Virgie Etiaba. Two more questions to go before we go on our first break. Let's move on to the next question. Which of the following is not part of the endocrine system? And the answer is A. Liver. B. Typhoid. C. Pituitary. D. Lungs. The answer is D. Lungs. Moving on to the next question. Galaxy is Nigerian's first independent dash. The options are A. University. B. TV station. C. Airline. D. Radio station. Let's have the answer to this question. TV station. All right, that's guys for the first quarter of the show. Let's go straight to, we'll go on a quick break right now. When we when we return back, it will be the next set of questions. Do not forget that you have to invite your friends, invite them, let them subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch amazing content. Big shout out to all of you participating right now. And right about now, you will be seeing recharge pins in the comment section. So if you are the winner of those recharge cards, please acknowledge it. Thank you very much. I'll be right back after this break.
Southern Africa is home to one of Africa's smallest countries. Known as the Kingdom of Eswatini, this tiny landlocked nation, wedged between South Africa and Mozambique, is one of the few remaining absolute monarchies in the world and the only one in Africa, which means the executive powers of government are hereditary, and more importantly, what the king says goes. And so, when King Mswati III declared in 2018 the change of the country's name from Swaziland to Eswatini, government agencies were renamed, letterheads and official signs replaced, textbooks reprinted, the currency, identity cards, official government websites, vehicle license plates, military uniforms, national sports teams, national carrier Swaziland Airlink, and passports all started a long and complicated process of being rebranded. Changing a country's name comes with complications, but the king had long complained that people outside Africa confused Swaziland with Switzerland, and hopes that the nation will no longer be on the list of countries that confuse people. This includes Austria, which has no kangaroos, and Australia, which does, Niger and Nigeria, Guinea and Equatorial Guinea, Slovakia and Slovenia, and of course Uruguay and Paraguay. The name Swaziland is a mix of the English language and the national language Swazi. Eswatini, on the other hand, means place of the Swazis in the local language. Nearly every country on earth is named after one of four things: a directional description of the country like North Korea and South Korea, or Norway, which traces its name from an English term for northern way; a natural feature like Niger and the Democratic Republic of Congo, which were named after major rivers flowing through their territories; an important person like Colombia, which was named after Christopher Columbus, or Seychelles, which was named after a French Minister of Finance, Jean de Seychelles; and a tribe name like Turkey, which was named after Turkish people. For the most part, Africa mirrors this trend, with a few exceptions. Since the scramble for Africa by major European powers following the 1884 Berlin Conference, the continent was divided among the colonial powers, and maps were drawn to form what we know today as nations of Africa. I can only imagine how the conference was 137 years ago. Delegates hunched over a map, armed with rulers and pencils, sketching out national borders on the continent, with no appreciation of what existed on the ground they were partitioning. Pre-colonial Africa was not organized in the nation-states we see today, with fixed boundaries and a nominal national identity. Rather, there were kingdoms and empires with rulers and subjects, and numerous smaller political entities. It is therefore not surprising that the names of many African countries have colonial undertones. Eswatini's case is not the first time an African country has changed its name, either to fully break from the country's colonial past or because its respective rulers wanted to usher in a new era. A rebranding exercise also provides a clean start after independence. The decolonization of Africa led to a flurry of name changes. Bechuanaland became Botswana, Nyasaland was renamed Malawi, Gold Coast converted to Ghana, and the country formerly known as Upper Volta emerged as Burkina Faso. Perhaps the country that holds the title of one of the most name changes in Africa is one of the continent's largest. The Democratic Republic of Congo has undergone a record 7 name changes. From 1885 to 1908, it was referred to as the Congo Free State, while brutally ruled as a private property by King Leopold II of Belgium. Later, it became the Belgian Congo, then Congo Leopoldville, and finally, after its independence in 1960, the Republic of Congo, named after the massive river that flows through the country. A few years later, the name was modified to the Democratic Republic of Congo. However, in 1971, its president Mobutu Sese Seko named it the Republic of Zaire, perhaps because Zaire was an alternative name for the Congo River. After the fall of Mobutu Sese Seko, the name was changed back to the Democratic Republic of Congo in 1997, a name which stuck and is still in use today. Portuguese explorers came upon the peninsula now called Cape Verde, the westernmost peninsula in Africa, and a Senegal port. They named it Cabo Verde, which means Green Cape. They then used the same name for the islands to the west, which became the country of Cabo Verde. The name change in Cape Verde's case affected its official usage in all international contexts, and in the United Nations, diplomats have been obliged to use the new name in official communications. Ultimately, no country's government can control what people call it in another language, and it's always been normal for countries to be called very different names by speakers of foreign tongues. Think of how Deutschland and Italia are known as Germany and Italy in English. It would be very difficult to convince all English speakers to switch to the native names. A nation that has not had as much success in rebranding is Ivory Coast, that directed in 1985 that the country be known as Côte d'Ivoire in every language. Ivory Coast is a former French colony, so the official language is French. Côte d'Ivoire literally translates to Coast of Ivory. The name goes back to pre-colonial times of West Africa, when European traders gave names to coasts according to the prevalent trading product. Ivory Coast was known due to the prevalence of elephants and hence ivory. Other coasts were Gold Coast, which renamed to present-day Ghana, Slave Coast, which became Benin Republic, and Pepper or Grain Coast, which became Liberia. The English version is preferred by many English speakers than the French version because of the influence of English as a global language. The issue was each country kept translating the name to their own language. So in 1985, Côte d'Ivoire made a strong case that for all intents and purposes, the country be referred using its French name. Something which makes sense if you think about it. Imagine the United States being referred to as Estados Unidos. What other name is your country usually translated to? Countries in Africa and beyond change their names for various reasons. Sometimes it's for political purposes or to encourage a sense of national pride. The switch might be motivated by marketing considerations, and occasionally it's the result of a royal decree. Portuguese and Arabic traders and explorers are the origin of some African names. European mispronunciation of tribal names are the origins of other African names. For example, Cameroon owes its name to a Portuguese traveler that came across a river full of shrimp, which he named Rio dos Camaros. The country goes by the same name today. Here are some noteworthy mentions of more African countries that changed their names.
Welcome back, everyone. The show is still Smart Money Live Trivia. My name is the girl if you're just joining us, and this is where we recompense you for answering 12 questions correctly. Do not forget that the rule of the game says you have to be fast about it and you have to answer the question correctly. Do not wait for me to reveal the answer before you reveal your own answer in the comment section. Right about now, if you check through the comment section, there are recharge cards that have been dropped there. Please acknowledge if you actually by any chance win anyone. Thank you very much. And big shout out to these guys who have been so consistent on the show. Big shout out to Ellis Footwears, Adedamola Adeshina. Big shout out to you. Falano Oladele Olubumi Odroyo. Sofiat Amolegbe. Thank you so much, guys. And of course to our new participants that are just joining us right now. Moving on to the next question, everyone. Which country won the 2002 Cup of Nations? The options to this question are A, Ghana, B, Cameroon, C, Algeria, D, Senegal. Let's have the answer revealed. B, Cameroon. Thank you very much. Moving on to the next question, everyone. Who was the first Nigerian female Speaker of the Federal House of Representatives? The options are A, Mrs. Patricia Ete, B, Mrs. Rosemary Ete, C, Mrs. Patricia Ete, D, Mrs. Mary Grace Ete. And the answer is A, Mrs. Patricia Ete. Thank you very much. Let's move on to the next question, guys. The concept of biodiversity was popularized by the options. A, Stephen Hawking, B, E.O. Wilson, C, Albert Einstein, D, E.A. Wilson. And the answer to this, B, E.O. Wilson. Now let's move straight to the next question of the day. Chad, which forms border between Nigeria, Chad, Cameroon, and Niger, is a dash. The options to this question: A, mountain, B, lake, C, desert, D, river. Let's review the answer right now. B, lake. Two more questions to go before we call it a day on the show. Now let's have the next question, please. Among land animals, what species has the largest eyes? Ojuyobo eyes, you know that kind of eyes. Let's have the options, please. A, camel, B, cock-eyed squid, C, cow, D, ostrich. And the answer to this is D, ostrich. Moving on to the next question, guys. Oh, sorry, my bad. I wasn't counting. That was counting in my head. Anyway, thank you very much for staying tuned. And we'll go straight to the comment section now and let's review our participants. Let's see the answers. Let's see if we actually have a winner at the end. Of course, you know, every time I used to say that I really do hope that somebody wins the money, 20,000 naira. And if you win today, don't forget to hit me up and share with me. All right, that was a joke. We'll be right back after this break. Please do not go anywhere. Welcome back, fam. It's been a great day on the show with you guys, and I'm sure that you learned one or two on the show because I actually learned some. not 102. Anyway, big shout out to you guys for participating. Big shout out to Additional Adidamola for your effort, for every time, for your time that you come on here, and other participants. Thank you so much. Additional actually topped today's chart because he got 11 questions correctly out of 12 questions, and then Additional, you answered some late, but don't worry, keep trying. One day you will smile to the bank. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much, everybody, and please do not forget to invite your friends. So just tell them to open the YouTube app on their phone and search for Black Drum TV. Let them click on the subscribe button and follow us on all our different social media platforms and watch our amazing content. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. My name is Diggle. So let's come away again, same time, same station. Keep staying safe, and I love you. Bye. Yeah, tell him now. Diggle. I must. Oh, okay. Additional, my IG handle is DGirl01, DEEGURL01. I'm actually crushing on you. Of course, I don't know what you look like, but I think I like you. I like everybody. You don't mind me. Big shout out to you guys. Bye. I love you.